Assalamualaikum and good morning to each and everyone, especially to you, sir. So, I am Mohani Ekusain, the fourth reporter in Group 4. So, for our today's report, we will going to discuss about the knowledge to the next world by Al-Ghazali. So, this is the continuation of the report of my group mates. Okay, so, every sinner thus carries with him into the world beyond death the instrument of his own punishment. So, kung sino daw ang mag-commit ng kasalanan or maggawa ng mga immoral na gawain or sa relihiyon ay may consequences siyang kakaharapin na results ng mga ginawa niya sa afterlife or sa kabilang buhay. So, some may object, if such is the case, then who can escape hell? For who is not more or less bound to the world by various ties of affection and interest? So, if ganun daw, so paano tayo makakaiwas or kumbaga tayo bilang isang tao is likas na attached tayo sa mga makamundong bagay. So, meron kayang mga tao na kayang mag-detach or umiwas? So, this, we answer that there are some notably fakirs who have entirely disengaged themselves from love of the world. So, to respond it, meron daw mga tao na na-manage nilang mag-disengage sa mga makamundong bagay tulad ng fakirs or yung mga Sufi na pinipili nilang manirahan sa isang mountain na wala masyadong tao or malayo sa mga makamundong bagay. So, doon sila nag-meditate or nag-pray. But even among those who have worldly possessions such as wife, children, houses, and etc., there are those who, though they have some affection for this, love God yet more. Okay, so meron din daw mga tao na may worldly attachments like yung pagkakaroon ng pamilya, properties, and etc. Pero mas prioritize pa din nila ang pagmamahal nila sa Panginoon or sa God. So, their case is like that of a man who, though he may have a dwelling, which he is fond of in one city, when he is called by the king to take up a post of authority in another city, does so gladly, as the post of authority is dearer to him than his former dwelling. Such are many of the prophets and saints. Okay, so, meron daw isang lalaki na dwelling siya or komportable na siya sa kung ano mang meron siya or sa situation niya sa lugar nila. And then, pinatawag siya ng king or nakakataas and inofferan or binigyan siya ng mataas na posisyon pero sa ibang lugar. So, despite of his fondness sa kanyang bahay or lugar is inaccept niya yung offer or utos ng king sa kanya. So, meaning mas important sa kanya yung offer or yung posisyon kaysa sa attachment niya sa lugar nila or kung ano mang meron siya. So, ang sinasabi dito is yung willingness ng lalaking i-accept yung offer sa kanya ng nakakataas kahit na kailangan niyang umalis doon sa kanyang dwelling or sa kanyang comfort zone. So, kagaya daw ng prophets and saint is willing silang mag-sacrifice and fulfill yung spiritual duties and mission nila kahit pa na kailangan nilang i-let go yung mga worldly comforts or attachment nila sa kanilang buhay. So, it is all about sacrifices. Okay, so, others, there are in a great number who have some love to God, but the world so preponderates in them that they will have to suffer a good deal of pain after they are truly win from it. So, meron naman daw mga tao na devoted sa God or loyal or tapat sa Panginoon. Ngunit, mas strong pa din yung affections nila sa mga makamundong bagay. So, as a result is itong mga tao daw na ito ay maaaring mag-suffer after nilang mamatay. So, many profess to love God, but a man may easily test himself by watching which way the balance of his affection inclines when the commands of God come into collision with some of his desires. The profession of love to God, which is insufficient to restrain from disobedience to God, is a lie. Okay, so marami daw ang taong nag-claim na tapat sila sa God through prayers or sa mga salita. So, pero malalaman lang daw yon pag may ma-encounter sila na situation na kailangan nilang pumili between sa kung ano ang utos ng God or sa kung ano yung kanilang pansariling kagustuhan sa makamundong bagay. So, doon daw matitest yung sinasabing love of God. So, if mas prioritize daw ng tao ang kanyang personal desires over sa mga utos ng God, then doon masasabi na hindi genuine yung pananampalataya ng isang tao or ang pagmamahal niya sa Panginoon. So, ang pagsabi lang daw na mahal mo ang God ay hindi enough kung hindi mo kaya iiwas ang sarili mo sa mga makamundong bagay. Okay, so we have seen above that one kind of spiritual hell is the forcible separation from worldly things to which the heart cleaves too fondly. Many carry about within them the germs of such a hell without being aware of it. Hereafter, they will feel like some king who, after living in luxury, has been dethroned and made a laughingstock. So, meron daw na parang finurse nila yung sarili nilang umiwas kasi parang hindi na nila namamalaya na sobrang attached na nila sa makamundong bagay. So, minsan, nako-confuse sila and nahihiya sa sarili nila nung na-realize nila na sobra silang attached sa mga material na bagay pero parang hindi pa rin sila masaya or parang may kulang pa rin. So, the second kind of spiritual hell is that of shame when a man wakes up to see the nature of the actions he committed in their naked reality. So, parang nahihiya sila nung maunawaan nila ang mali or consequences ng ginawa nila. Thus, who he slandered will see himself in the guise of a cannibal eating his dead brother's flesh. So, parang kasabihan na kung sino daw ang nagsisinungaling or parang naninira sa iba ay parang naihahalin tulad siya sa isang kanibal na kumakain ng laman ng kanyang sariling kamag-anak. And he who envied as one who cast stones against a wall, which stones rebounding put out the eyes of his own children. So, ito naman is nagpapakita kung gaano nakakasira ang inggit. So, pag ang tao ay nainggit sa kapwa niya at siniraan niya ito is instead daw na masiraan niya yung tao is mag-rebound or babalik sa kanyang mga mahal sa buhay. So, itong children dito is parang nagsisimbolize as our loved ones or mahal sa buhay. So, iilan lang to sa mga nabanggit sa chapter 4 na ito na isinulat ni Al-Ghazali sa kanyang books na Alchemy of Happiness bilang paalala and nabanggit ang kahalagahan ng pag-seek ng knowledge or ng kaalaman at unawain ng tungkol sa kabilang buhay para ma-attain or makamit natin ang tunay na kaligayahan at kasiyahan. So, the continuation of this chapter will be continued by my groupmates. So, that's all for my report. Shukran and wasalam.